Hi beautiful, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a review on the new Marc Jacobs beauty release, and it's this collection right here, the Cafe Collection from Marc Jacobs. So we are going to be reviewing the 3-pan face palette as well as the new Extra Shot Concealer, and I will be telling you guys my first impressions on it and what I feel about these products. If you are excited for the video, don't forget to please give it a thumbs up before you leave. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and we have a lot to get into, so let's go ahead and get started. Good morning. I am getting ready to go to work. My eyebrows are done, my skin is moisturized, and I am dying to try this beautiful Cafe Marc Jacobs collection. So let me show you this beautiful packaging. I have the Cafe Marc Jacobs Extra Shot Concealer. Are we not going to focus today? Is that what's happening? Okay, here we go. Cafe Marc Jacobs Extra... What the fuck? Alright, here we go. Let's go ahead and open it up. Oh my god, this is huge. Here's what the container looks like. I'm a little worried I might have ordered a shade that is way too light for me. Hopefully I didn't do that. Let me show you what this looks like in comparison to like other known concealers, because it's pretty big. It has 0.54 fluid ounces, so a little bit over half an ounce. Usually foundations are 1 ounce, so it's a little bit more than half of a foundation bottle. Here's what it looks like next to the e.l.f. concealer and the Pat McGrath concealer. And then I have the Cafe Marc Jacobs Omega X3 powder, blush, bronzer, and highlighter palette. Again, it has that box with the like coffee going through it. So pretty. Opening all this, I'm realizing that Marc Jacobs is not a brand that I review super often on my channel, but that is because I'm not super often intrigued by what they're bringing out. This collection intrigued me. Alright, so here is the beautiful compact that the trio comes in, and let's open it. Oh yeah. I got the number 200, which is called Fantastic Glow. I thought I had gone for the lightest one, but this one looks like the one that was a bit darker. Maybe I'm mistaken in that. The colors do look really beautiful, and I really love the color of the bronzer and the blush. The highlighter, I'm not sure if it's going to work for me. Hopefully it does, but these bronzer and blush are so pretty. I went ahead and opened my concealer. This is what the wand looks like, and I'm really hoping that it's going to be a good color for me. This is what it looks like on the back of my hand. It's just a little bit lighter than my hand, which I think is going to be perfect. And this is what the blush, bronzer, and highlighter look like on me. Still not fully sure about that highlighter. I feel like it might be a little dark, but the bronzer and blush look beautiful. Okay, so let's start getting ready for the day. I'm going to use my Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas on my face. This is my favorite to cover up all my little pores. Alright, primer is on. For foundation, I'm going to use this Chanel foundation right here. This is a sample, but this is the Les Beiges or Le Beige foundation. I'm not sure how to say it, from Chanel, the reformulated one, and I tried it a few days ago and I loved it. I think I might need it. So I'm going to apply this foundation on. It kind of reminds me of my Pat McGrath foundation. Very lightweight, medium coverage with a nice natural to glowy finish. Pat McGrath foundation is one of my absolute favorite foundations in my collection, so I think I might need this one too. I'm going to blend it in with my brush. This is my IT Cosmetics Love is the Foundation brush. I might have put a little bit too much on. I was underestimating this coverage, but that's okay. I have a sponge here. I'm going over it with the sponge because I put a little too much on. Look at how pretty this foundation is. The color I have it on is B20, I believe. Now we're going to try the Extra Shot Concealer from Marc Jacobs. And I'm just going to... Let me start with this because I don't know how much I'm going to need of this concealer. I feel like in all concealer reviews I have that issue. I never know how much to apply when it's a concealer that is new to me. See, that looks like it was the perfect amount. Like, it covered everything. It blended out so nice. I really like the finish of that. It's like a nice natural looking finish, and the coverage is amazing. Wow, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I really liked it. And it's not like super hydrating where I feel like I'm going to be super creasy or anything. This just looks very promising. With any extra I have on my sponge, I'm doing the center of my face. And this is what it looks like before putting any powder on my face or anything. I'm lowering the light a little bit so you guys can see both the foundation and the concealer together on a more natural light. Just a little lower. Let me look up. I still haven't set it with any powder, so if it's a little creasy, it's totally fine. But now that I looked at it, I didn't even see much creasing. I just spent the last 5 minutes looking for my Pat McGrath Under Eye Setting Powder and I cannot find it. I don't know where it could possibly be. I've looked in the drawer that it should be at. I've looked in like other drawers and it's not in the huge mess that I have in front of me. So what I'm going to use instead is my Charlotte Tilbury Under Eye Setting Powder. I'm grabbing it with my number 18 brush from REPHR and I'm going to very lightly tap underneath my eyes with it. This powder is also amazing for the under eyes. I'm going to set the center of my face with it as well, which I do absolutely love this powder for setting my face because it blurs out all of the little pores. And now let's get into this beautiful palette. The first thing I'm going to use is I'm going to grab my REPHR number 24 brush, and this is the brush I'm going to use for the bronzer. Ooh, okay. That was very pigmented right away. Let me do some forehead bronzing too. Let's do, wow, this is really pigmented right away, so be very light-handed because I have been finding myself having to like blend out the fact that I got a little bit too much. I'm glad I did the bronzer first though, because if the blush is just as pigmented, I want to be very light-handed with it. Okay, I did a little bit around my nose as well, nothing too detailed, just so that it didn't look pale in comparison. So this is what the bronzer has ended up looking like. Now for the blush, I'm going to use my REPHR number 5 brush. Very little. I'm scared. Oh yeah. Okay, that looks really pretty. This is like a really nice peachy pinky blush. Like it's right in the middle of peach and pink. Not peach, not pink, just right in the middle. Not too much brown to it, so if you like a blush that's like in the middle of peach and pink, but it still looks nice and like springy, I think this would be a really pretty one for you. Okay, so this is what the bronzer and blush together look like, which I really love so far. The concealer hanging on so good so far. And now let's get into the highlighter, which is the one thing that I'm a little nervous about, but let's go for it. Okay, no, that's not too bad. A little bit more golden than I usually go for, but it looks pretty. All right, yeah, this looks pretty, not bad at all. I really was thinking it would have been a little much, like a little bit too dark for me, but this is pretty. All right, these are all of the products applied, and I mean, I have no complaints. So far, so good. For eyes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to also use this palette. All of my REPHR brushes are dirty at the moment, so I'm going to use alternatives, but this is just a big fluffy brush, and I'm grabbing the bronzer, and that's going to be my color on the crease, my transition color. Just back and forth blend it with your fluffy brush, and you can connect it back here because you already have bronzer back here. Same thing on this one, just back and forth with that bronzer. With a soft flat brush, I'm grabbing the blush and I'm going to use that on my eyelid. I'm just patting and dragging, and the highlighter in the inner corner, of course. Okay, how's that for a very simple daytime look? What I'm going to do next is put on some mascara. This is the new Pure Cosmetics On Point mascara. It is called the 4-in-1 mascara with hemp. I tried it in my last video and I was obsessed instantly, so I'm going to put it on again. I'll be right back with mascara on. I'm back with mascara on. If you see any smudges, don't judge. I was trying to put this mascara on in a rush and I made a huge mess. I kind of fixed it, but like not really. Anyways, I'm going to put on some lipstick. This is my Pillow Talk lip liner, and I'm going to be using it with my Pillow Talk Happy Kiss. I've been really liking this Happy Kiss. It's kind of like the perfect mixture between like a lipstick and a lip gloss. So it has color, but then it also has a lot of shine, and I really like it. Okay, so this right here is the final look. Let me do a little check on my concealer. The concealer is holding up so well. I really love the finish that it has. It has not creased underneath my eyes. It is really full coverage. It covered everything. I didn't put a color corrector underneath my concealer, which I often do. So this is just the concealer on its own, and it covered all of the darkness underneath my eyes. I really like the finish and the coverage of it. I feel like it would be a really nice foundation if you wanted to use it as a foundation as well. I can't use mine as a foundation because it is my concealer color, but if I got a darker shade, I think I would really like that as well. So natural to matte finish, a really beautiful full coverage, and so far it hasn't creased. If it happens to crease, I'll check in throughout the day. If not, I'll just write down here that it didn't, because I don't feel like we need a bunch of check-ins for a concealer review. My under eyes don't get greasy or anything like that. So for the most part, if it hasn't creased in the hour that I've been wearing it, it's going to be fine throughout the whole day. As far as this beautiful trio right here, I love the size of it. I love that these Marc Jacobs compacts are very thin, so they're going to be very easy to store. The packaging is delightful, and I really love how the colors worked on my complexion. Again, I got the color 200 tan, and I'm not entirely sure if this is the lightest one or the like more medium one, but if you were to have a bit more tan skin than me, you could still use this one. As far as the formula is concerned though, I really like the way everything looks. Very nice and natural. It built up very nicely, and all three colors that I got in my little trio worked for me. I was so excited to put all these products on my face that I just now realized that I never read what the products are supposed to do in the first place. So the main thing I'm interested in is the concealer, to see what the claims are. And on the Sephora website, it says it is a 2-in-1 caffeine-infused concealer and foundation with natural-looking, full coverage and all-day wear to visibly brighten and re-energize all skin types. It is a full coverage, natural finish, liquid formulation, and as highlighter ingredients, it says that it's got caffeine that visibly re-energizes and revives skin, oat extract which calms and soothes skin, and 5 forms of coconut to nourish skin with an abundance of vitamins and nutrients. So I could agree with everything that the description said, because full coverage, natural finish, works on my dry skin, so far amazing. By the way, I just went on the Sephora website and I did get the lightest of the two palettes, which I was a little confused about. So the number 200 is the lightest shade, and the darker one is going to have more of a pink blush. The bronzer does look much darker, so I feel like that bronzer would work on people with even tan skin. And the highlighter is a bit more pink. It looks beautiful. This is a limited edition palette with crave-worthy blendable shades of blush, bronzer, and highlighter in packaging inspired by the swirls of cream and coffee. It is free of parabens, formaldehydes, formaldehyde releasing agents, phthalates, mineral oil, etc. A bunch of things that we don't want on our face. And then it describes how to apply it, which they say to start with the blush and then build the bronzer, and then last do the highlighter. I did the bronzer first, blush second, but that's just the way that I like to do things. So my apologies for not reading all of that at the beginning of the video, but now we know. So that is it. Unless something major happens or changes, I won't be checking in throughout the day. I really hope that you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up before you leave. Don't forget to let me know down in the comment section what you think of these products and if it's something that you are going to go for. I myself am very happy that I tried them. If I had to like choose like which one is a better launch, I think I would do the concealer, because I'm very impressed with the performance of this concealer. I'm very impressed with the size of it, and I honestly think that based on these first impressions, this might become one of my favorite concealers, because I just really loved it right away, and that doesn't happen often with me and concealers. I'm usually very skeptical about them. So great first impressions on this one. I will of course update you in a future video on how it's continued to perform, but very impressed so far by that concealer. I'm going to leave you the links to everything down in the description box. Whenever you guys click on the links down there, you are helping me out and helping out my channel. So if you make it a point to order through my links, know that I am very grateful. If you guys ever want easy access to like specific websites with my links and you don't want to come onto YouTube, my Instagram actually has links to my favorite places to shop for makeup, so you can always go to my link tree on Instagram and find my favorite makeup stores, and that way you're also helping out my channel. If you guys like this video, don't forget to please give it a thumbs up before you leave. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I love you all so much and I hope to see you back in the next video. Bye!